Here in Missouri, we're really fortunate to have a lot of different formats of shooting competitions available to us locally. There's a handful of clubs that run monthly 3-gun matches. The Missouri Steel Tactical Series hosts a PRS style match at least every other weekend, and the Gadsden Shooting Center has just announced a new DMR series that will be open to semi-auto rifles only. I'm hoping to get the chance to shoot in all 3 of these formats this year using my AR platform rifles. One thing that all of these formats have in common is they'll require long distance shots from different positions using different methods of supporting the rifle. I've always been curious how much different methods of supporting the rifle affect point of impact. So today I'm going to shoot some different groups from different positions and see if the point of impact is affected, and if so, by how much. The first position that I want to test is with the rifle supported on a bench with a front and rear bag. This is the same setup that I use when I'm doing my sight-in and my load development, so this is really more of a control group. So it looks like our 5-shot control group was just about an inch to the right and an inch to an inch and a quarter low. So this is not the ammo that this gun was zeroed with, and that was kind of the reason for the control group, was just to get a baseline on where it's shooting. The next position that I want to try is supported in the rear with a sandbag and supported in the front on a bipod. The 5-shot group off of the bipod looks really similar to the control group. The center of the group may be slightly higher, but it's not drastic enough that I would be comfortable saying there was a definite point of impact shift. The next thing that I want to try is resting the gun off of the handguard just in front of the magazine well. This is similar to what you'd find in PRS while resting off a barricade. So the group shot with the rifle resting on the handguard is about an inch higher than the control group and the group that we shot off the bipod. The next thing that I want to try is supporting the rifle off of the magazine. This comes up a lot in 3-gun where you have to shoot in natural terrain stages and there may not be a good prop that you can use to rest your rifle on. The group fired off of the magazine looks like it impacted about an inch lower than the control group, and the group fired off of the bipod, and about 2 inches lower than the group fired off of the handguard. I have a few rounds left, so kind of as an afterthought, I've put up one more dot on my target, and I want to shoot another group with my muzzle resting on my front support. And you should try to avoid this condition if at all possible, but for the purposes of this video, I'd like to measure the effect this can have on the point of impact. So I brought the target in, and I measured to the center of each group to the best of my ability. The first two groups, which were the control group and the group fired off of the bipod, are almost identical, and the centers of the groups are 0.85 inches low. The third group, which was fired with the rifle supported on the handguard, is 0.15 inches high, so that position was good for about a 1 MOA shift upwards. The fourth group, which was fired with the rifle supported off of the magazine, impacted about 1 inch low, which is pretty consistent with the first two groups. But that was our worst group, and it's a tough position, so I'm not sure that we got enough data there to say that there was any appreciable shift in that group. The one place that we can say we had definite shift was with the barrels rested on the front rest. That was good for about a 3 3/4 inch shift upwards. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this because this shows me that my rifle is not overly susceptible to shifts in point of impact based on different positions. But if this is something you're curious about, I'd encourage you to try this in your own rifle because these results may not be typical. Thanks for watching.